Sims World. You know, it's, you know what Sims is, right? It's a game that kids play. They used to play, it was very popular 20 years ago.
We could figure out all of these problems that could possibly go wrong. And we wonder if we could.
Well, I think some of them may have thought about it. I think they've done a little bit of investigation, but that's way after the fact. They haven't really said, they didn't do any kind of pro and con kind of really deal, you know? They, to begin with, they were just really bought and sold, and the prosperity that the city of Hobart did, because of all the cuts they're facing. And they're really trying to, they're trying to save city jobs, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, then there's something else going on that wants, I can't remember the details of it, but that the property owners can get a tax break, but the city has to be, not just our city, but the city, has to reduce
Cathy, you have your copy of the regular script?
services,
Oh.
garbage, street repair.
Did she make a copy?
We had a copy in the other room.
Okay.
That's the envelope.
It's called SEA, it's SBA.
Oh, does,
Do that, so the city might want to, with the city energy.
Yeah, she made four. I don't know why.
James
I
want a
gave one to
copy?
James.
Oh, James has one.
So they don't want to lose those jobs. So
Well,
conflicting that.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
so if we do the,
To
recorded song during the time that they come up with like candles and do that stuff, if it runs out, should he just start it
That's,
over? Or should we wait
that's
and
comes,
use
it's
that
not
time or
meant to.
something?
I can start playing
Just
something.
start playing something
The
that
thing
they're
is,
still.
the property owners
Yeah.
will do a breakup.
Yeah.
It's not,
We'll get through this.
That's what it comes down to, it's not worth it, you know? It's not worth it. And then other stuff will hike up, you know, they'll increase the trash pickup.
James, do we have any announcements?
Yes. And I forgot to print the page. It's just chili, that's today, the turkey drive-thing, and just a reminder about the park. That's all that I had this week.
Okay.
Did they decide to do the turkey drive?
Yeah.
Cathy,
Yeah,
go get your
flyers
script
everywhere.
before you forget.
Okay.
I'm a bossy person.
When I need, I need a ball.
You know, Andrew, Medicare campaign.
I also kind of am concerned about the drug rule and even watching the cable channel.
Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Hobart, where we strive to put love at the center of how we show up in this world. I'm Barb Langle, and I'll be the worship associate this morning. Welcome to you all, old friends and new, young and old. You are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because of you. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Today, our worship service will be led by our minister, Reverend Cathy Harrington. Since not everyone can attend in person, we are streaming this service online, and we extend a special welcome to all that are joining us virtually. We will be skipping the joys and sorrows today. I'm sorry, but for the sake of time, because this is All Souls Day, we'll be remembering our beloved dead. We'll be bringing in the cool part of the year, the dark part of the year, and bringing in our last harvest. So we're trying to cut a couple things to make it go faster so you can get some chili. So another way we walk together is by joining together for fun and fellowship. In the interest of time, if you have an announcement, please share, send it in an email to Ashley in the office, and look for our weekly spark for more announcements. To receive the upcoming weekly email, fill out a visitor's form located in the parish hall.
Hi, good morning. I'm really happy to be here today, and you know, one of the big parts of our church that's always got to my heart is that we are a caring community. And we care about what our needs are, but we also care about other people's needs, whether that person is known to us, a family or friend member, or someone who we don't know personally. And I just want to put out a reminder to you that I am working with the Interfaith Network of Northwest Indiana to collect stories about people's Medicaid experience, whether they're on Medicaid, CHIP program, children's programs, Hoosier programs, anything all that helps bring them a little bit of care about their medical needs. You know, we're all going through medical stuff right now in this country. We all can't wait until we get our next bill from our providers if we get one. Not really, I don't mean we're waiting for it, we don't want to see it. But I'm really trying to do some groundwork here in Northwest Indiana to get stories from people. So if you know of anyone, please, I have forms. I'd be glad to reach out to people in a confidential way, just to talk with them about their stories of what helped them and what's not helping them. Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. Of course, today is Chili Cook-Off Day. Right afterwards, bring your money, vote for the people that you think made the best chili, and all the money goes to the church. Michelle, are you collecting for Thanksgiving meals? Yes. Okay, there'll be, is there a list up yet?
Yes, there's lists out, there's flyers out, it's on the screen.
Oh.
And if you'd like to just donate
Okay.
money and have someone else shop.
Turkey Drive, we're helping families like Teresa just said. This is with food for Thanksgiving.
If you need money, you can just watch, give me money and I'll shop.
Okay, please take a moment to greet your neighbors by waving your hands and letting your smile's warmth bridge the distance between us. Say hello to someone you don't know. Please turn off or silence your devices, and as you do so, allow yourself to enter sacred time together and take a deep breath and another, and join us in the spirit of reverence.
Good morning. Each week during our Sunday morning worship service, we join in reciting the words of our affirmation of faith, printed in your order of service and also on the screen. Please join me in reading. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament. Service is its prayer. And this is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
The flaming chalice is a symbol of Unitarian Universalism. It suggests the transformations that take place when we are held within religious community. When we light the chalice in worship, we illuminate a world we can feel called upon to serve with love and a sense of justice. Now please join me in lighting of our chalice by reading the words on the screen or in your order of service. We gather this hour Please stand for the doxology.
This morning, we honor and remember those who have passed into the mystery. Their brightness lives on in our vision, their courage lives on in our commitments, and their love continues to bless the world through us. As the poet Nancy Wood wrote, "Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of dirt. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. And hold on to life, even when it's easier letting go. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone from you." Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing hymn number 1001 in your teal hymnal, Breaths.
Ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning woods. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to meanings. Listen more often to things than to meanings. Tis the ancestors' breath when the Father's voice is heard. Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who haven't died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They were in the woman's breast. They were in the wailing child. They are with us in our homes. They were with us in this crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So listen more often to things than to meanings. Listen more often to things than to meanings. Tis the ancestors' breath when the Father's voice is heard. Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
Reverend Cathy was nice enough to let me pick a story today and to read it. And this story means a lot to me. When my husband died 7.5 years ago, I bought it for our two granddaughters then, and read it to them. And of course, I've read it to each one since. Now there's 4 granddaughters and 2 grandsons. But I'm really happy to share this with you. It's The Invisible String. To the children of the world and the magic of their strings. Lisa and Jeremy, the twins, were asleep one calm and quiet night. Suddenly it began to rain very hard. Thunder rumbled until it got so loud that it woke them up. "Mommy, Mommy," they cried as they ran out to her. "Don't worry, you two. Just the storm making all that noise. Go back to bed." "We want to stay close to you," said Jeremy. "We're scared." Mom said, "You know we're always together, no matter what." "But how can we be together when you're out here and we're in bed?" said Lisa. Mom held something right in front of her, in front of them, and said, "This is how." Rubbing their sleepy eyes, the twins came closer to see what she was holding. I was about your age when my mommy first told me about the invisible string. "I don't see a string," said Jeremy. "You don't need to see the invisible string. People who love each other are always connected by a very special string made of love." "But if you can't see it, how do you know it's there?" asked Lisa. "Even though you can't see it with your eyes, you can feel it with your heart, and you know that you are always connected to everyone you love." When you're at school, you miss me. Your love travels all the way along the string until I feel it tug at my heart. And when you tug it right back, we feel it in our hearts, said Jeremy. "Does Jasper the cat have an invisible string?" said Lisa asked. "She sure does," said Mom. "And best friends like me and Lucy?" asked Lisa. "Best friends too." "How far can the string reach?" "Anywhere and everywhere." "Would it reach even if I were in a submarine, Captain, deep in the ocean?" "Yes," Mom said, "even there." "Or a mountain climber?" "Even there." "Or a dancer in France?" "Even there." "A jungle explorer?" "Even there." "What about an astronaut out in space?" "Yes, even there." Then Jeremy quietly asked, "Can my string reach all the way to Uncle Brian in heaven?" Yes, even there. Does the string go away when you're mad at us? Never, Mom said. String is stronger, and love is stronger than anger, and as long as love is in your heart, the string will always be there. Even when you get older and can't agree about things, what movie to see, what game to play, or what time to go to bed, that's right, you two should be in bed. And with that, they all laughed at Mom, chased the twins back to their beds. Within a minute, they were asleep, even though the noise from the storm was still making the same loud noises. As they slept, they started dreaming of the invisible string, all the strings their friends have, and their friends have, until everyone in the world is connected by invisible strings. And from deep inside, they could now clearly see no one is ever alone.
Each week, we share a portion of our Sunday offering with a social justice cause outside of our church walls. This month and in November, this is November, wow, already. November's Loose Change for the Family Giving Project goes to the Family Giving Project. The offerings will support a local refugee family of 5 as they begin their new life in our community. And together we can ease their transition by helping to meet some of their immediate needs and by offering a spirit of welcome. In addition to loose change donations during the service, we also are collecting needed items in the parish hall, as you saw on the screen, and a full list will be shared soon. Every coin, bill, and item makes a difference. Thank you for joining in this act of compassion. Donations in the basket will go towards sustaining the mission of this congregation, and the donations in the cups will go to support the work of our community project. And for those not in person today, there's an online link for both one-time and regular donations, and I need 4 volunteers to come help receive the offering. Thank you very much for your prayers, for your service, and your gifts. We are truly grateful. And now in the center of our service and in the center of our lives, let us pause to honor the silences of the world. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty brokenhearted these days. I try not to watch the news, but we need to stay abreast of what's happening. So this morning I want to share a blessing for you. It's called The Blessing for the Brokenhearted by Jan Richardson. Henry David Thoreau, a famous Unitarian, once said, "There is no remedy for love but to love more." Let us agree for now that we will not say the breaking makes us stronger, or that it is better to have this pain than to have done without this love. Let us promise that we will not tell ourselves time will heal the wound when every day our awakening opens it anew. Perhaps for now it can be enough to simply marvel at the mystery of how a heart so broken can go on beating, as if it were made for precisely this, as if it knows the only cure for love is more of it, as if it sees the heart's sole remedy for breaking is to love still, as if it trusts that its own stubborn and persistent pulse is the rhythm of a blessing we cannot begin to fathom, but will save us nonetheless. And now let us fill this sacred space with the names of loved ones that we hold close in our hearts this morning, some suffering in sorrow and some celebrating in joy. May they feel the warmth of our embrace and as our love connects for the invisible string. The spirit of life is within us. The community of love is around us. May it be so. Amen. Oh, centering hymn, sorry. You can stay seated for this. This is one of my favorite hymns. I have a lot of favorites. Comfort Me, 1002, in our teal hymnal. The words will also be on the order of on the screen.
Speak for me,
Boy, Harjo, remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away to night. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are each. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, and their history too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of the universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are the universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. Remember.
No one escapes loss and suffering in this life. Accumulated losses of a lifetime can slowly weigh us down. Francis Weller, the author of The Wild Edge of Grief, writes that much of the grief we carry is not personal. Grief from past, present, and for the future, for our children's lives. There is climate grief. It has been said that we carry the knowledge of sorrow in our bones. Anne Mora Lindbergh wrote, "I do not believe that sheer suffering teaches. If suffering alone taught, then the whole world would be wise, for everyone suffers. To suffering must be added mourning, understanding, patience, love, openness, and a willingness to remain vulnerable." So how do we carry our own grief and the grief of the world without collapsing into denial or despair? The territory of grief is heavy, Weller writes. He claims that it is the broken heart, the part that knows sorrow, that is capable of genuine love. The heart familiar with loss is able to recognize a still deeper grief, a sadness at the very heart of all things that binds us to the world. He also believes that grieving is subversive because it undermines society's quiet agreement that we will behave and we will contain our emotions. It is an act of protest to refuse to live numb and small, he says. Carl Jung said that when we embrace our grief, we grow our soul because unexpressed sorrow can block our growth. And he also believed that whatever we put into our shadow doesn't sit there passively waiting to be addressed. It regresses and becomes more primitive. Eventually, it wreaks havoc in one form or another. Oscar Wilde wrote, "Where there is sorrow, there is holy ground." And so this morning, we must begin the unfinished grief of our shadow. Weller paraphrases Pema Chodron in his proclamation, "It takes outrageous courage to face outrageous loss." And rituals and memorials help us, and they also make meaning, and we can honor the inevitable grief that does accompany us through our lives. So we'll take time this morning to honor our grief, to remember our departed loved ones with gratitude, for loss, for the other side of the coin of loss is love. And the greater the love, the greater the sorrow. So Weller writes, over the course of our lives, grief enters our hearts in many ways. And if we are to acknowledge it and tend to it, it is important to become familiar with what he calls the 5 gates of grief. So this morning we are going to do a ritual of going through the 5 gates of grief. Each of these are a doorway, he says, to the communal hall of grief, and each helps us understand the many ways that loss touches our hearts and our souls in this life.
The first gate of grief, the one we acknowledge most often, is the loss of someone or something we love. Those who have loved us, those who have inspired us, those who have comforted us. The love continues even though we are no longer know how to reach the beloved. The grief becomes so clear by the seats left empty in holiday gatherings, by those we wish could have one more conversation, meal, or adventure with. A 12th century poet wrote, "'Tis the fearful thing to love what death can touch, to love, to hope, to dream, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools, this love, but a holy thing, to love what death can touch. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was a gift to me. To remember this brings painful joy. 'Tis the human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death can touch."
For those loved ones that we lost, we mourn. Will you join me in a moment of silent meditation and prayer? Not silent, I'm going to speak. Sorry. Spirit of life and love, we pause before you in this beloved community to be still, to breathe in each moment of life with gratitude for its gifts of beauty, love, and grace. This morning we pause to affirm the cycles of life and death, for we know we are all a part of an endless and mysterious cycle of existence. So let us name in our hearts or in the space of this sanctuary those who have gone before us we wish to remember. Where there lingers any misunderstanding, alienation, or regret, we ask for the healing of forgiveness. And where there has been warmth and love, we evoke the healing power of gratitude. We give thanks for the light of love that persists through death and flows through all existence. All of this we offer as our common prayer. I invite you now to name the loved ones out loud or in your heart. Let's take a moment. Leslie. Mom. Jill. We are grateful to know that love doesn't die. Oh, sorry, that's me. Sorry. The second gate of grief contains the places within us that haven't known love. Weller explains that these are the places within us that have been wrapped in shame and banished to the farthest shores of our lives. Every time we could not be truly who we are, we had to cover up a part of ourselves we experience grief. For the times we have been rejected, unloved because of who we are. The second gate of grief is the places in us that have not known love. For every time we have given up on our dreams and felt unloved for who we are. November 2nd will commemorate the Transgender Day of Remembrance that honors all of the transgender persons who have died by violence. So we mourn for those who have died and for those who fear and for those places in us that have not known love. To mark your grief in the places in you that have not known love and to dedicate yourself to offering your love to others, let us share a moment of silence.
The third gate of grief is the sorrow of the world. The cumulative yes, grief of the world is overwhelming. The weight of the world's grief this morning feels especially heavy. There are many passages into this hall of grief, and we can meet each other at the common altar. The sorrows of the world connect us to each other and bring us together to mourn. We mourn wildfires, hurricanes, drought, and the sorrows of our beloved earth. We mourn the systems of violence in our culture. We mourn white supremacy. We mourn poverty and hunger and war. To mark your grief for the sorrows of the world, let us pause for a moment of silence.
Now let us enter into a time of awareness within ourselves and connection beyond boundaries. Connection to one another and that interdependent web of life of which we are all a part, but one small thread. As we breathe in with me, we are connected. And as we breathe out, we are connected. This is how the whole world breathes all night long. So the fourth gate of grief is what we expected but did not receive. Not so much a thing we had and lost, but a disappointment, a depth of community we don't know how to find, a sense of emptiness and a hollowness that we don't seem to know how to fill. For the times when belonging did not come or was not enough, and for the times when the community wasn't deep enough to fill our need, we mourn. Weller writes, hidden within the losses of this gate lies our diminished experience of who we truly are. This grief is especially deep, and so let us honor it with a moment of silence. Now I ask you to breathe in again with me. Breathe in deeply, as deep as you can, all the way down to the core of your being. And let it out. And once again, a deep breath, and this time giving it an extra push as you let it out so that it makes a whooshing sound, okay? You can do that again if you need to. Remember to do it at home.
The fifth gate is ancestral grief. This is the grief we carry in our bodies from sorrows experienced by our ancestors. Weller believes that when we tend to this undigested grief, not only frees our own lives, but also eases ancestral suffering in the world. Alice Walker wrote, "To acknowledge our ancestors means we are aware we did not make ourselves, that the line stretches all the way back, perhaps to an easy thing to forget that we are not the first to suffer. Rebel, fight, love, and die. The grace with which we embrace life in spite of the pain, the sorrows, is always a measure of what has gone before." Some of us have ancestors who have lost their homeland. Some when they chose to move to this continent, some when they fled their homes as refugees, some were abducted and enslaved, some were removed from their land by violence. Each of these stories bears its own trauma and loss, and during November, Native American Heritage Month, may we remember the violence and the genocide of the original inhabitants of this land at the hands of our forebears. We acknowledge that for many of us, our ancestors not only suffered, but caused others to suffer. We carry their grief, and grief for the harm they caused. May we seek ways to restore and repair this great harm.
Kevin Jocko wrote these words as a prayer for the ancestors and for the world. To love one another may sound simple, but in moments of violence and injustice, it is the practice of deep faith and deeper commitment. May we remember the interdependence of our paths and our lives. As we call our collective attention to this violent moment in history, may we acknowledge this moment is not isolated from history or context. Grant us a vision of unity. May we see the many in the one and the one in the many. Guide us gently and firmly toward each other, toward peace. And may we advocate for paths to less violence and greater freedom. May we not allow grief and anger to erase another's humanity. All religions call us toward these themes and to nonviolence when not warped into tools of war. We are one global family living tenuously on the same impacted earth. Let us center ourselves in justice as we call for peace. To love one another may sound simple, but in moments of violence, it is a practice of deep faith and deeper conviction. As we breathe in, we are connected. As we breathe out, we are connected. May our minds create a vision of a world radical enough to be called holy. May our actions contain the promise of hope and commitment to justice. And may our hearts remember that love is a power that resists all forms of fear. By our thoughts, by our actions, by our hearts, and by our very breath, may it be so. Please join me in a moment of silence as we honor the grief of our ancestors. The stories of our own lives have a gravitational pull that will demand that we must address. We must tend to our unfinished business of grief. So this morning I invite you to tend to your unfinished grief. You can do this by lighting a candle of memory or hope. This is called a weeping well. Dedicate a stone to the weeping well. Pause long enough to watch the stone fall slowly. And then there's some salt there, which represent tears. Can be tears of sorrow, tears from joy, tears of gratitude, tears of regret. If you prefer, you can sit silently, and the music will hold us as we have our ritual of grief remembrance. Barb and I will help sort of guide this along. We begin here with the candles and move to the weeping well, and then to the tears. This is amazing. I'm going to put it right here so you can reach the salt. Okay.
Midnights in winter, the glowing fire lights up your face in orange and gold. I see your sweet smile shine through the darkness. Its line is etched in my memory, so I'd know you by heart. Mornings in April, sharing 'cause I know you by heart. 'Cause I know you by heart.
Else. Like this for those who are still seated. For the love we have given, we give thanks. There is so much to love in this life, and for the freedom to love as we will, for beloved family members and friends, and for all those who touch our lives and inspire us, we give thanks.
For the love we have received, the love that has nurtured us to this very moment. Love, we give thanks. Love has carried us through so many moments to be here now. For compassion, nurture, and companionship. For the love that has met us along the way. For the love that has journeyed with us, we give thanks.
For the goodness in the world, for that which is beautiful, for that which inspires wonder and joy, we give thanks. The goodness of the world comes to us in nature, the earth's cycles of seasons, rest and growth and rest, in the delight of experience and in our fellow human beings. For the goodness we have met in ourselves, in our many experiences in this life, we give thanks. Breathe with me. Breathe in and breathe out. Our grief is holy. Our gratitude is holy. The earth is holy, and we are whole. We live deeper into humanity, into our connection with the earth, with each other, with the past, and with the future, when we remember the sacred and when we bless our grief and our gratitude, because love has many faces. I invite you to rise in body or spirit now to sing hymn number 326, For the Beauty We Have Known, or remain seated if that feels more comfortable to you.
Let all the
invite you now to join me in reciting the words on the screen or in your order of service accompanying our extinguishing of the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
This morning is written by Leah Dorland Jones. It's called Inspired by Our Ancestors. For those who came before us, we offer gratitude and thanks. May their memories be a blessing. May we feel surrounded by their love. And as we go forth from this time and place, let us be inspired by their courage, their wisdom, and their dreams. And let us honor them by doing the work of living boldly, of loving mightily, and creating heaven on earth. Go in peace and blessed be.
The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. Autumn leaves start to fall.
All for chili.
Yeah, a little indigestion to make us remember we're alive.
Every time. You were beautiful.